Here we go, 4 o'clock on your first Monday of 2025. Big back to work Monday for many people, and in true Colorado fashion, well, we're tracking more snow.
Which makes it so easy to go back to work. Our Weather Impact team is calling it Weather Impact Day for tomorrow. Not only snow in the mountains, but it's going to sweep across the state. And we're not alone. People in our nation's capital saw plenty of snow overnight. The storm hitting the Midwest and the East Coast is expected to bring 6 to 10 inches in the Washington, D.C. area by tomorrow. They're not used to that much snow.
As far as here in Colorado, we're expecting the snow to start in northern Colorado, then sweep down to the south, including the metro area. So we're calling it Weather Impact Day because the snow is going to impact those of you on the morning commute tomorrow. Thanks for joining us for 4 o'clock at 9 News. I'm Tom Green.
And I'm Kim Christensen. We said first Monday of 2025, and we're going to end the day with some fresh snow coming around the metro area. Weather Impact Team meteorologist Corey Reppenhagen is tracking our forecast for us. When it comes, when we're going to be looking outside going, here it is.
Yeah, you know, it's the main impact's going to be tomorrow morning during the drive, but it's going to start to fill in gradually as we go through the night. We call a 9 News Weather Impact Day when the weather gets a little extra inconvenient or possibly hazardous, and we have both of those situations because of the timing of the morning drive tomorrow. We have winter weather advisories in place. This is an I-25 corridor event here from top to bottom here, starting tonight and gradually working its way through the day tomorrow. We'll have those impacts all the way down the I-25 corridor, and they come during the morning drive. Here's a look through the night into tomorrow morning. The snow really starts to fill in pretty good here by about midnight in the Denver metro area. Snows through the night and then even through the morning commute, maybe starting to let up about noon tomorrow. So from about midnight tonight till noon tomorrow, that's the timing of this snow. Mountains will also get 1 to 4 inches, but that's a little bit less impactful up there. But the impacts will be still there on the mountain passes as we go through tonight. Just hit and miss scattered showers. And this cold pattern that just happened to start right when the 2025 flipped over is going to last not 1 week, not 2 weeks, but probably 3 weeks. I'll talk about that coming up here in the forecast.
Well, as we wait for the snow, many across the country are waking up to it. Snow and ice around today. This is what it looked like in West Virginia. Temperatures only in the teens over the next couple of hours, and those freezing temps make getting around even more difficult. The snow turned to rain and then ice. Snow falls there, measuring anywhere from 4 to 8 inches. Of course, it's not just the driving. The airports are impacted as well. Many seeing major delays and cancellations today. FlightAware saying more than 22,000 flights delayed around the U.S. today. Airports in Baltimore and Washington, D.C. were the ones among those most impacted.
Congress certified President-elect Trump's 2024 victory today. 4 years to the day, may be the day since he stirred the Capitol insurrection. Vice President Kamala Harris presided over the process.
Donald J. Trump of the state of Florida has received 312 votes. Kamala D. Harris of the state of California has received 226 votes.
The memories of those events 4 years ago came rushing back today. Security was high with fences up around the U.S. Capitol. More than 1,500 people have been arrested for their alleged actions in 2021, including at least 18 Coloradans. 2 of them were charged with assaulting an officer that day. This January 6th, Democrats expressed the need for a peaceful transfer of power.
We're going to have to move this country forward, whether we got the results from the election that we wanted or not.
President-elect Trump previously said he plans to pardon January 6th defendants on a case-by-case basis on his first day in office. New information just within the last hour. The judge in President-elect Trump's hush money case denied his request for a delay in the sentencing. Trump's legal team wanted to push back that sentencing while his appeal plays out, but that will go on as planned. Last May, a jury convicted Trump of falsifying business records related to hush money payments that he made to adult film actress Stormy Daniels.
The Canadian Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, announced today that he is going to be resigning as the leader of the ruling Liberal Party, this coming ahead of a general election set for later this year, one which Trudeau was widely expected to lose.
This country deserves a real choice in the next election, and it has become clear to me that if I'm having to fight internal battles, I cannot be the best option in that election.
Trudeau says he will stay on as Prime Minister until a new leader is selected. The general election in Canada must be held on or before October 20th. It could be moved up. Trudeau's led the Liberal Party for 11 years and has been the country's Prime Minister for 9. Here in Colorado this week, Governor Jared Polis is going to give his second to last State of the State address from the Capitol. That's Thursday morning at 11 a.m. And the Colorado legislature also gets back to work this week. The first regular session of the 75th General Assembly will convene on Wednesday. And as we talked about, it is now 2025. Now in Colorado, it's illegal to drive a car and operate a cell phone with your hands. State transportation officials are trying to make sure that everyone knows it.
Yep. Hands-free. Today they call a press conference to remind people what the law now requires. Kevin Vaughn from 9 News Investigates joins us. And Kevin, the new law took effect January 1st, but officials still seem to be in that full court press to make sure everyone understands it and knows what's going on.
Kim and Tom, you've probably seen them like I have, the signboards along the highway, spreading this message for weeks. This afternoon, a very personal appeal continued sharing the word. Using a cell phone while driving with your hands can now cost you $75. That's the upshot of this new state law. The reason behind it is simple. Numerous studies show that phones distract drivers, and distracted drivers are more likely to get into a crash. One of those who spoke today was Clarissa Stratton, a grieving mother. She brought a photo of her smiling 10-year-old son, Ollie, who was killed in 2023 by a driver who didn't swerve or attempt to brake.
Court testimony revealed that in the 8 minutes leading up to the crash, the driver sent and received 16 text messages and made 2 phone calls. My estimate is a text message every 22 seconds, or in other words, nearly constantly. The final text was sent only seconds before she ended my son's life on the road.
The new law made holding a cell phone a secondary violation. That means an officer would first have to stop a motorist for speeding or running a red light or some other violation. Only then could that officer issue a ticket for using a cell phone with their hands. There's a way to get out of that $75 fine, however. That is to bring in a receipt to court showing that you've purchased a hands-free device for your phone. Live in the newsroom, Kevin Vaughn, 9 News.
All right, Kevin. Well, there are a lot of things there that need to happen before you get a ticket, but we're glad we have an update on that. The case against the brother of Nikola Jokic, his brother, is now going to trial. His brother entered a not guilty plea to assault charges. He was charged after video showed him punching a fan in the face during a game last April. Court documents show that fan was diagnosed with a concussion. Jokic claimed that he was defending an older man in the stand, Joker's brother. Another hearing is scheduled for March 17th with a tentative trial date scheduled for April 24th.